what's on the agenda for today. So we're going to go through and do the weeklies. Normally I wait until Wednesday, but since they're planning on adding 3 new weeklies with the new patch, maybe those new weeklies aren't going to kick in until next Monday, but I think there's maybe a chance that the weeklies get reset. So I'm trying to do them now so that when the patch comes out, if they reset, I'm able to get the bonuses again. Also, I think in like an hour, they're going to be revealing the constellations for Jace and Pyke. So we'll be looking at that then shortly. Also, in the next little while, I have either tonight or tomorrow, hopefully, I have my video going through all the relic setups for everyone. So like for your first common relic, your first rare relic, and then your first common and rare relic combination, what you maybe want to choose for every single champion. That sort of breakdown video, I already have it recorded and been working on editing it. But since we have like almost 60 champions, the video is a long time, because even if you spend 1 minute per champion, it's still like an hour. The patch is on Wednesday. So tomorrow we're getting the patch notes, and today they said they're revealing the constellations. Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's likely. Like, it's probably less than a 50% chance that the weeklies are going to get reset. I don't think that that's that likely, but this is a, like, just in case. So let's see. What do we have? You know what? Let's go and play Swain. We haven't played him for a little while. Hey, Gaius. Welcome. You're upset at the game? It doesn't want me to play Janna? No matter the adventure, I've tried these different ones. I've died at the first or second encounter. Can't even draw her. And the bot has had everything possible to stop me from being able to play the game. It's just demoralizing and I hate it. Yeah, that happens sometimes. It is always sucks when you just have really bad luck with a champion. Constellation for both champions, that's what it seems like, yes. Alright, I need to remember what build I'd even use. Pack Powder, Raven Army, and then I would use Riptide. Riptide kind of only works if they have actual units on the board, though. You know what, let's actually experiment a little bit more. Let's try the chase guns. Yeah, let's try this out. Hey, Pappy. I can't level her to make her have the champ draw to get easier on myself. Yeah. Janna was not a fun person to level. I also remember that as well. She's very high at higher levels, but yeah. Leveling her up early was not fun. If you have any XP relics, probably want to use them on her. You think Ace will be good enough for the new weekly? If you have him maxed out, yes. Yes, I think he most likely will be. Damn, I knew you when you made the level 1 to 13 best relic video. Yeah, it's pretty much that video again. It's updating that video.
The few for the many.
You don't think that level 20 would be better if it drew our champion, not a champion? Oh, that would definitely make it better. I guess we'll just pass.
Witness
Huh, well, GG. That was easy.
I will.
Really looking forward to the nightmares. Yeah, it should be pretty interesting. It's going to be very nice that we, again, have more repeatable content to play every single week. And then we also have more rewards we're getting every week. While the rewards aren't necessarily crazy, being able to get some gemstones every single week, even though it'll be small, it will add up. So getting some gemstones every week will be really nice. And then also being able to get some of the star crystals so that we can consistently get our 4 and 5 stars done will also be very good. We're trying to look for, yeah, some more damaging spells. That'll be okay. All right, shop, item chest. Sure, let's go grab a power. So Eye of the Dragon. Hopefully they increase champ level and make it level 40. That's where you can pull your specific champ. Yeah, that is something that eventually I should ask in an interview. I just feel like it's very unlikely that they're going to do that. But we'll see. We'll just pass. We could kill it, but we want to drop our Swain.
By my hand will not go right.
Oh, they healed all the way back up, so we're not getting our effect anymore. That's fine, though. Until I level Janna, I need the P and Z that isn't her to beat Galio. Jinx has already been used before the reward expansion.
No one's the wiser.
Yeah, she is definitely not the strongest. Sure, let's just nuke this down. I hate that certain gemstones are stuck behind the 5 and 6 star. Yeah,
Above all.
I agree. There's some gemstones that are going to be fairly easy to get and actually have really good impact. But then there's some other ones that they're either hidden behind the 5th and 6th stars, or they're like locked behind like the other gemstones. You have to get like all the useless powers before you get some of the good ones. Some people definitely have a better setup than others.
Only one way.
I think we'll go here because we could play this for free. Alright, shop. Let's see. That's not bad because this would be a 1 cost. I actually did get Samira. She's able to get items that all your spells that cost 4 or more have the Forbidden Idol on it. And it actually felt pretty good. No, I don't really care about that. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, we can get this. Lot of draw, but I think we're okay. You do have 60 wild fragments, though. Nice. This is okay. Yeah, I remember Neela and Janna. They both released the same time as Volibear, and I remember both Neela and Janna being a pain to level up. Because I leveled up Volibear first because I was the most excited in him. And I was like, oh, he is such a slower champion. I'm going to be able to level up way faster with these other champions because they're both cheaper. But no, they are both kind of miserable to level. Sure, let's drop this and drop the production surge. So the other champ for the patch is looking like Jace based on the silhouette, yeah? Any other good guesses? Not really.
They'll never see it coming. Boom.
At the moment, it pretty much just looks like Jace. That being said, their art is definitely misleading sometimes. Like, I still don't think the other one looked like Swain at all. These are both way too expensive, so I guess we'll just grab this. Scribe, shop. Scribe's not bad, we don't really need it. Ooh, tidal wave, that's fun. Yeah, let's grab this. Yeah, whatever. It's not like it really matters. Let's see, healer. We can get rid of this one. And Caitlyn.
I'm on the case.
I felt that Neela early levels was really dependent on that fleeting draw power. Yeah. Yeah, Neela was not fun to level. What's the silhouette being referred to? I don't use Twitter at all. So before the champions come out for the past couple, they will reveal a silhouette of the two champions. That's like, well, just their silhouettes. You don't see any details. And the silhouette is also kind of unclear. Like when they actually show you it later, you see a lot more details. We could just straight up nuke the Nexus. Sure, we don't care if they attack us. So yeah, there's a silhouette of two champions. One of them is Pyke, and the other one looks like Jace. So we're going to get details on the Pyke Constellation today, and the mystery champ gets revealed tomorrow. No, I think we're getting details on both Pyke and Jace, because tomorrow is patch notes. So it seems like we're just getting everything. Like if you look at the Twitter, you have the constellations, but then there's also the dates. It says constellation revealed, champ reveal patch notes. So maybe the constellation reveal, since it is showing Pyke, maybe it is just Pyke. Maybe what they'll do is they will reveal Jace tomorrow and then like an hour later do patch notes. Because it does say champ reveal. Yeah, it might just be Pyke today, actually. That would be a little bit sad, but not a big deal.
No one's the wiser.
News from the Undercity shift, Detective Zane?
It's all in the report, Sheriff.
But yeah, that's why we started stream an hour later, because we wanted to be sure we were still streaming when the stuff actually got revealed, so we could cover it while we're on stream. Hey, Vexine, happy Monday. Yeah, the second image does say champ reveal, with it being the picture of Jace, so unfortunately, it might just be that tomorrow. Which I think last time they did. Both of these are like the same. They're both gonna cut a card. So let's go here. Yeah, I think last time that the patch came out, I think they like revealed the champion and then like an hour, maybe 2 hours later, they dropped the patch notes. So we'll have to see if that happens again. Any theories on the 6-star Pyke power, part 2? I'm hoping they upgrade Lurk to +1/1 from 1 power. That'd be interesting. Yeah, it will be interesting to see what they do for Jace. Because you would think that his powers would just feel very similar to Lux.
Excuses for war. Bleed for nothing.
Yeah, let's drop Tidal Wave. That should be fun.
Break them. Victory awaits.
Yeah, I forget offhand what they revealed for Pyke's 6-star. I know they only revealed part of it. Was part of it that like all spells count as lurk? Alright. I think let's just
Bleed for Noxus.
drop this.
I will break them.
And then do some warning shots.
Bleed for
And GG. Yeah, I'm trying out the warning shots for Swain. I think it's okay, but I definitely like Riptide Battery more. Yeah, all spells being Lurk Part 1 and the second part is blurred. Okay, yeah. I mean, some ideas off the top of my head, it could be like you can lurk more than one time in a round. So you could stack it up a lot faster. That could be one thing to radically change it. It making it so you get like 2-0 instead of 1-0 when you lurk, or making it be 1-1 like you said. I think that's also another good option. We're kind of just grabbing whatever powers. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Sure, let's go the hard road, I think. Oh, goodness. So I think we're going to have sorcery for the 4th star. I think they revealed the 4th star, and I think it's the lurk power. Pretty sure they revealed that. All of your units that cost 3 or less are lurkers and have lurk. Oh, for Jace. Sorry. We were talking about Pikes, that's what I was thinking. For Jace, that would make sense, yes. That would be more fitting than, like, Spellslinger. Free Swain. That's not too bad.
Glory cannot excuses for war.
Maybe, though. Maybe they'd give Jace slow but steady. That could be interesting.
And stop staring.
I feel like they've already used sorcery a lot, and it is a very good power. But I feel like they probably would want to start moving away from it. They've already used it on at least 2 people, if not more. Maybe it's just 2. I know it's Jinx and Echo. This might be the only 2 so far. Just looked at Evelyn's stars, and my god, she can scale. Yes, yes, she can.
Such little lives.
Jonathan 242, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's drop this, and well, we don't need the extra damage at the moment.
Bleed for Noxus. Empire above all.
Yeah, Chemtech's probably going to be very solid for Jace.
Such
Although
little lives.
Chemtech sadly gets a little bit useless the higher level you get,
Such little
because then you're
lives.
often just ending the game before it even
For
activates.
Noxus after the battle for Raven's Feast.
So potentially you're going to have the same problem with it.
Such little lives.
We still need more details on Jace's regular powers to see if they'll change any of his kit. Yeah. Because they really might try to switch things, since he's already going to feel so similar to... Well, in theory, he would feel very similar to Lux, original Lux.
If it stabs, cuts, or explodes, we've got it.
I will break them.
I do love Swain's spell. That's the thing. I'm really no, I wouldn't normally be excited for Jace, but they've done so well with the recent champions that I'm hoping that Jace is going to be awesome. I'm still more excited for Pyke, though, definitely.
For Noxus. Praise the Noxtora. Remember this day.
Luck's about rallying and getting more value from big spells in general. Jace might be more focused on generating spells to combo off of. Possibly. Jace, at least for League, is always a lot more of a combo champion. Let's actually grab this one. I'm especially hyped by the new relics. We took advantage of the Swain one. Yes, I'm hoping that we have more of that. So yeah, this is the one that Pyke is getting, which makes sense since they're changing his other star powers. It seems like for Pyke, they're really trying to give you consistency so that essentially no matter what you play, you're always going to lurk.
Sure you can handle me?
It's kind of funny. Last patch, we were all excited about Swain because he was the new champion, and we didn't really care about Yasuo. This time, though, I at least am way more excited for Pyke, who is the existing champion. I don't really care as much for Jace, which is the new champion. Again, though, we'll have to just see what they do for Jace. That could easily switch. Maybe units with a certain attack threshold could gain Pyke Lurk. It would be interesting. Like, they could maybe have it so when you lurk with a spell on the top of your deck, it gets transformed into Pyke's spell.
Never miss.
Pyke's like death from below or whatever. I don't know. There is some crazy stuff they could potentially do with it if they wanted. Alright, let's do 2 damage and stun that.
I will break them.
But yeah, I really hope that they try to make more relics like the Swain relic.
Little lives.
Pretty much every opportunity I've had to talk to Riot since the relic came out,
Victory awaits.
I've been trying to like hype up the relic, be like, this was the best one you guys have made. Please make more of it. We'll hold off on that one. We will do this for the double Pyromantic Wakes.
For Noxus.
Hey Toast, we didn't get the do thing, get 30 fragments for new champ for Swain. I assume because of the adventure giving it. Do they only do that sometimes? If so, how often? I've only been here a few months, so I don't know if they've always done it or not. Normally when new champions come out, they give you fragments for them. Normally what used to happen is, GG by the way, there would be 3 champions coming out. One of them you'd get like a bunch of fragments for to unlock right away, and then the other ones you'd get some amount of fragments. So things have obviously changed a lot, but yeah, normally when a champion comes out, there's a good amount, there's some way to get them unlocked very quickly. Like they did that for Viego with the adventure. Pretty sure they had multiple ways for Viego to give you a bunch of fragments for him. Pretty much every time new champions come out, if there's a group of champions, at least one of them you're going to get fragments for. Quite often it was paired with the battle pass, like the first free tier or whatever would give you a bunch. But since they haven't been doing battle passes for the last little while, they've been doing it in like quest rewards and things like that. I hope they do that with Pyke because he's one of the 2 champions I still don't have unlocked. I doubt it, sadly. Since Pyke is already the existing champion, they're probably going to do it for Jace, most likely. Like for the last one, they gave you 30 fragments for Swain. I don't think they gave you anything for Yasuo. I don't remember anything for Yasuo. And then when the Constellations came out, I mean, there was a bunch of rewards, but the only specific one was Viego. So, I also prefer Pyke, but I doubt we're going to get the rewards for him. So just be aware of that. Fiora, players units with 4 or more power can't block. Noxian Might and Vicious Enemy. Who do we want to play? We actually haven't played Vayne in a hot minute. Let's... maybe... yeah, I think we pair these two together with a Lost Chapter. I think this was kind of our new go-to build. Yeah, let's try it out. I find Yasuo's Relic to be too niche without his 6-star power anyways. Yeah. Haven't seen you play Lee Sin? That's probably because he's one of my most hated champions. Out of everyone to play, I think Lee Sin is like the worst. Lion Weight could be better scaling, but I like the upfront power of the Grand Plaza, or the Grandeur Plaza. Missed my last 2 Forge duplications. Sad. Yeah, it doesn't happen that often to me. Just high roll for can't stop, won't stop. That's the hope. Making it permanent. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, Lee Sin, I really don't like him. I pretty much never play him if I can avoid it. The one exception is if Lee Sin has something to turn on Chemtech Duplicator right away. So if like it's a monthly challenge where you're going up against Karma, that's a good time to play him.
Swift death.
Or just anything where you're starting with the extra mana. Noted going to ask for 3 Lee Sin next month. Yeah, that's normally what happens.
Purified bolt.
Alright. GG.
Expertly done. Now to root out the next Vayne.
Was just asking the wife if she could make me some tea for my throat. It's already acting up. Oh, it's probably because yesterday I was recording for my big relic video and had to spend like 3 hours almost talking for the whole thing. That was rough. This wouldn't be bad. Yeah, let's grab that. He has a good concept, but there's other champions that do flow better. Yeah, the issue is he always feels like he's just missing something. He never just feels that good to play. Man, none of this is really great for us. So most other champions, they might feel like they need to be improved in some way, and so you can normally fix that with your relic build. You can like supplement any of their weaknesses and improve it. With Lee Sin though, it's like you have 4 things to try to fix, but you only have 3 relic slots. You can only fix like 3 things. So no matter what you build, you always feel lacking in some way. And it's like you have to get lucky with powers in order to actually feel like a complete champion. At least that's how Lee Sin always feels to me. So it's... yeah, playing him normally doesn't feel good unless you get lucky, which is a little sad. Shadow Assassin. He does have some fun and cool things he can do, though, definitely. This just in, streamer regrets letting his community pick Lee Sin in the hardest challenges. Not normally. Like, there's... in the monthlies is the best time to play him, because there's a lot of times you're going up against Karma, and so Lee Sin into Karma is very fun. Being able to immediately have all the extra mana, also being able to have your Chemtech Duplicator double all your spells. Yeah, there's so much. Lee seems strong. Like, seems like he could be strong, but Yi feels like he just does what Lee wants to do better. Yeah, Master Yi is sadly just the better form of Lee Sin.
Those who
Like,
kill innocents are no more than fiends.
the whole playstyle you're generally going with for
Purge with
Lee Sin,
silver.
it's like Master Yi just does it better. Since this is only a 2 cost, let's lay this here. We're 1 away from getting our nice effect off, but yeah, let's attack, see if they
Just looking
block.
out for the public. We've been through a lot.
All right, now we're gonna have our overwhelm.
Swift death.
GG. Oh, I love it. I think the 8/8
Now to
buff
root
for
out the next
buys
phase.
some time, but there's nuances with his kit. I'll say that hard removing with leveled Lee Sin feels nice. Yeah, Lee Sin can be very good, especially if you have overwhelm with him. He just absolutely annihilates the enemy nexus. There are definitely some very fun things you can do with Lee Sin, but he still just normally doesn't feel that great. When allied with attachment attacks, grant the attachments 1 power. Interesting. Sure, we'll probably not play it, but we probably won't play any of these. Alright, champion item chest. Leading copy in hand would give us removal. Fearsome might be able to keep enemies from being able to block us. Yeah, the removal could be good. Sure, both these could potentially pay off. All right, let's go for the shop. Sure, let's go for a Devourer. I pretty much started liking Lee Sin with 3 Epic Relic, so it's a bit expensive. Yeah. Want to ask people, has anyone tried Shock and Awe on Samira? It says 0 or 1 cost allies. And I was so disappointed that it doesn't work with Dais. Huh, interesting. I assume you mean the Emperor's Dais. That is definitely sad if it doesn't work there. Yeah, I've still found that some of those relics that say 0 or 1 cost allies don't always work.
Monsters still lurk in Demacia.
This is where it'll hurt. Uh-oh, vulnerable. Alright, let's do this here.
Not today.
Alright, perfect. So we're getting rid of one of them. Alright, we can't block, so we'll just have to take the hit. But with our life seal, doesn't really matter.
Swift death.
Sure. Since we don't take damage, we can go right here. And then we can use our Condemn to kill both of these. Fantastic. I assume it's because these soldiers are summoned after the attack is declared. Yeah, that's probably it. Samira leveling, I didn't think was normally that bad. She normally felt quite strong. Oh, I love Vayne. Especially Vayne with Constellations. GG. It's kind of sad, but the Constellation just makes it feel like you're playing Vayne when she was released. Because when she got released, she was so busted. It was so good. A lot of fun. But then she just got nerfed over and over and over again. Alright, let's try a reroll. Sure. Extra damage is fine. I don't really care about a lot of that. really the only thing we care about is Vayne. So yes, we can get rid of that there. And Zoe.
Awesome! This is gonna be so much fun!
She just needs good early poke and then the discounts start rolling. I mean, she has plenty of ways to be able to trigger her own Nexus damage. Samira Oath. Yeah, she is pretty good with Oath. The crazy amount of cost reduction is quite good. I guess we can play Lucian first because we can play him for free.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
The journey is difficult. These will protect you.
Alright, so let's get a nice little attack going. Yeah, looks solid.
I bear a message from... Oh, hey, what's that?
Oh, the amount of damage you have is just so much fun. GG. And yeah, this build for Vayne is quite good.
Put to rest.
Let's go for the extra damage. The faster we can hit our 10 power to get our Empower effect is pretty good. Alright, Trifarian is fun. Sorcery is not really going to help us because we're already refilling. Yeah, I think Trifarian will be the best, but Welcome Gifts could be fun. Getting rid of an enemy blocker will be handy though. Sure, let's go for Steel Crescendo. Always fun to stomp them out. Just because I have bad memories with them, so getting revenge is nice. Yeah, this will be alright. We can play our Lucian first. They can play a blocker. We'll drop our Vayne and kill whatever blocker they do. I'd probably play Samira wrong. I think your guide is from the time that she wasn't a Plunder champion. They've...
Push back the darkness.
So, yeah, sadly for my guide, they nerfed her a bunch. Samira was very similar to Vayne in the fact that when she came out, she was super strong, and then they nerfed her over and over and over again. And so, Samira now is sadly fairly different than when she came out. Like, her general playstyle is still there, but it's not...
Strike hard.
They've tried to make her more of a Plunder champion, yes. Right now, kind of the goal is waiting until I have a champion fully maxed out again to do their updated guide. So, once I get Samira updated, then we'll be doing another guide for her. Hey Toast, been watching your YouTube channel a lot lately, and I'm more of a YouTube person in general.
Expertly done. Now
Happened to catch you stream, decided to say hi for the first time. Welcome, hello. Yep, totally fine for anyone that is more of a YouTube person or more of a streaming person. That's kind of why I try to do every type of content, more or less, so that people can watch me in whatever way they prefer. But welcome to the stream. We're mostly just chilling until they reveal the Pyke Constellation. That should be pretty fun. Yeah, we're fine. I do need to try Vayne with the spells-based Symphony. Something, Spellweaver Symphony. I need to try that at some point. Yeah, we can go here. The Abyssal Eye. Yeah, Magem will be great. So the Vayne level up animation is a myth in this run. A little bit, because we're normally ending in 3 attacks. Do you have any idea when the Constellation will drop? I think in 20 minutes is when I think it drops. Could be wrong, but that's the hope.
I'm still good to scrap.
Huh. So if we drop Vayne, they actually will potentially be able to kill her. Well, I'm sorry, Lucian. You are getting sacrificed. Oh, right. The strike. Never mind. Forgot about Trifarian. We're good. We are all good.
Those who kill innocents are no more than fiends.
All right. Neither one of them can block, but that's fine. We got Lifesteal again. We've gotten it so many times. Let's go right here. Yeah, also drop it right here. We could drop another unit. Sure. Oh, still not quite enough. So close. Yeah, quite often they drop things at 11, or at least 11 my time. That's when they dropped the first Constellation reveal, where they showed us the image for Pyke and probably Jace. So hoping that that holds up today. That's why we started the stream slightly, like an hour later, just so we'd have less time until they dropped the news. All right, item chest. Let's see. Again, we don't really care about any of these. Yeah, we can get rid of that. And Fiora.
I would gut down the opposition.
So yeah, for the next 3 days, we'll be starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, as opposed to. It's actually not terrible. As opposed to 9. That way we're just closer to the start time for the patch, where it's closer to the release time of the patch notes, and just like, yeah, all the different news can come out while we're streaming. Otherwise, it sometimes comes out right when I am done streaming, which isn't really the best. Yeah, we'll still drop Lucian first, because we can play him for free.
Push back the darkness.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
I will take this power in my lady's name.
Burn away the shadows.
Nice. Yeah, we didn't level up a single time because we always ended in 3 attacks. GG.
Expertly done. Now to root out the next Vayne.
All right, so that is the weeklies done. I did do the first one earlier today. The weeklies probably won't get reset, but I think that there is a chance. And so, just to be safe, I'm doing them ahead of time, just so that if they get reset, then you can get all the rewards again. But I think that's not that likely. All right, let's see. I do kind of wonder... Where are you, Pyke? There we go. I am kind of wondering what the best builds are going to be for him. So for his Constellation, you're going to be able to at least get an extra mana gem, which means going double cost reduction isn't really needed anymore. So potentially still going for like Packed Powder. You could actually go for like the Swain build. Oh, I should probably upgrade him. Yeah, we should do that. So I'm thinking potentially the Packed Powder and Swain Relic, because you could still play him then round 1. And Beast Within is just so good for your Pyke. Not only is Overwhelm fantastic, but all of your lurkers, like Lurk counts as a subtype, so they all have 1/1. But before Pyke comes out, let's upgrade him. I was working through upgrading everyone, but then I actually went and did the math, and I actually still need like 20 more Spirit Forges to upgrade everyone to triple relics. So I paused it for now, but we upgraded a bunch of people. Yeah, let's just go blast through a adventure. Oh, Stalker's Blade is definitely still solid. Explosive Finale is fun. Evolution is better for us. This could be good if we get a bunch of resets for our Pyke, but we're kind of focusing more on our units. And with this, Lurk counts as a keyword, and Overwhelm does, so they're going to get tons of stats. So Rock Hopper. Let's go here. You have at least one epic slot per axe each monthly.
With the power of time, the
I
possibilities are
think
endless.
almost everyone has a spot open, a epic slot.
I turn it
Most of the
like
people that
stone.
didn't have it, I unlocked one for. So yeah, I think we should be fine. When will the next patch drop? On Wednesday. Yep, this coming Wednesday. All right, nice amount of damage down.
Would you look at this place? You got caught.
All right, GG. That's the thing with Pyke. I do like just relying on your units. So excited to see who besides Pyke is getting an upgrade or being added. Most likely Jace. Jace looks like the best fit so far. Quick attack is nice, but 4 cost, don't like it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Jace. The images match up pretty much perfectly. Guess we'll do this just because they're cheap. Spells, scribe, item. Sure, let's go for the scribe. And yeah, we can go for field musicians. Is 6-star, is it worth 6-star Jinx for Lysandra? I mean, the 6-star definitely helps. I don't think I'd get someone's 6-star just for a single adventure. Like, if you really like Jinx and you think doubling all your spells and skills is fun, then go for it. Just counted 23 left. I'm having 3 in my inventory. Yeah. Let's drop this here. This is also going to be like some of the last opportunities to play Pyke as he is, because they're going to completely change him around. Pyke is like honestly the champion that they have changed the most, because the way Pyke used to work, even though he had the same star powers, he played completely differently. Just because the Mariner's Ruse, he gives items. This right here, it used to be able to stack on units, and so you'd have like specific units that got absolutely massive. And now they're just completely reworking his star powers, so It's gonna be interesting. We could drop Pyke, but I think I'm fine with this. Ah, don't do that. All right, Annie got Lurk. Let's see how we can drop her.
Come out, wherever you are.
All right, she won't actually kill him. Nice, GG. What the heck is that skin? So this is the, like, Empyrean skin? Is that what it's called? Maybe? Yeah, when, like, their last skin bundle they did, I wanted to support the game, so even though I normally don't buy skins, I got the bundle just to support them. Don't really want any spells, so I guess we'll grab Lord Broadmane, but we don't really like any of these. Let's go for Scribe. Drop some gold. Let's see, champion item, remitter. Yeah, we can go for the champion item. So Eye of the Dragon. Soul Arena skin is so much better. I think most of those, if you're talking about the ones I think you're talking about, they look weird to me. I'm not a huge fan. Man, I want Pack Powder so badly, especially after your recent vids. Oh yeah, Pack Powder is fantastic. Tons of fun.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists. Let's go make some friends, Tibbers.
Oh, this is fantastic.
It's so lovely. Very neat.
GG. I really do like playing Pyke. I like playing with all the fishy monsters. Yeah, not having Pack Powder sucks, especially since I've got the Swain relic. Yeah, they do pair quite nicely together. I mean, if you have Scourge's stash, it is still a decent alternative. When allies attack before activating Lurk, grant the top ally a Lurk. Comes a Lurker. Yeah, I like it better than these other two. Also, I just love looking at the artwork for all of Pyke's cards. Yeah. Alright, champion item chest. Let's see. Shadow Totem is fun. Would be another allied Pyke doing damage. Could go for the Dragon's Tooth. Although, to be honest, Annie's been doing a lot of work for us right now. Because Annie with Overwhelm is actually really good. Because you have her attack go off, and even if the unit's dead, she then still attacks. Yeah, I think we'll actually go for Annie and just try to end the game like round one, if we can. Let's get rid of Lord Broadmane. We could have cut a spell, but yeah, it's kind of whatever. All right, Aurelia. I love Annie. Need to finish leveling her? Yes. So Annie was one of the original like 16 that they had in the game, and when the game first came out, she was my favorite. Pyke is the first champion I use against Aesol. Nice. Why Mariner Ruse doesn't stack anymore? They changed that months ago, sadly.
Come on, Tibbers.
I guess with our extra mana, we could play Pyke right away, but he's not really the best immediately, to be honest. If we drop this, we don't actually have mana for anything else. I mean, we do have the Ripper's Bay, but I think I'd drop double Red Fin. I think that'd be better. Oh, yeah. Just a nice little OTK on Aurelia. Pyke is pretty good. Like, that's the thing. Pyke himself is very strong with his board wipe effect.
Did you like that, Tibbers?
But
Isn't it fun?
if you actually rely on your units, you don't even really need it because your units are very good as well. Annie's my daily speedrun champ with Shock and double Tempest, or double Ludens. Yeah, Annie is pretty good. All right. I suppose the more copies of Annie we get, the more likely she is the person that gets hit with Ghostwater Dive. Because it says 4 random allies, but it probably just looks at your whole deck and tries to hit whoever. But since there's going to be more copies of Annie, it should be more likely to hit her. So yeah, I think actually let's just double down on Annie for this run. Have fun with that. All right, stabilize. Sounds good. We could go... that is a little tough. Sure, let's... Well, we have Evolve, right? Yeah. We'll still go this way. It's fine. Pretty great opening hand. Let's actually get rid of the Saboteur. All right, let's drop this into Swarm to get our guaranteed lurk off. Nice. We won't bother blocking. It's fine. And then we're not going to play anything else because Annie, when we play her, we're going to get 3 copies of her. So as long as, yep, she gets the lurk, we can then drop her. And then we can attack. If we don't end the game, we can drop our Snapjaw Swarm, and that should finish them off. Oh, fantastic. I do look forward to seeing Pyke's Constellation and seeing like what we get for our support champion, what we get for our other units we pick up throughout our run. Yeah, I love playing Pyke. So good.
Let's go make some more friends.
All right, so potentially in like 3 to 4 minutes, we might get Pyke's Constellation. Maybe they'll release it later in the day, but we'll see. I think we'll go for Farsight for our Annie. Perfect. Grandeur Plaza. Such a good one. Especially since we have Evolve, it's giving us even more stats. Some of these are fine, but honestly, what we already have is destroying. The list is good, but again, doesn't have Lurk. Yeah, being able to get Lurk on your spells is going to open up so much different ways to play with your Pyke. Because right now, if you see a spell, you normally don't want to get it, even if it's a good spell. Because if it doesn't have Lurk, you're like, well, that's worthless. All right, Steel Crescendo. I think my favorite card of Pyke's is, in fact, the Snapjaw. Lets you lurk on the opponent's turn. Oh, yeah, the Snapjaw is fantastic. So the Bone Skewer here is a bit of a toss-up. If we re-roll it and don't have it in our opening hand, then we're more likely to get a card we want, but then we have this in our deck that's potentially going to screw up our lurk. Here, we're going to risk re-rolling it. Yeah, sometimes holding on to spells in your opening hand just makes it so that they're not in your deck, so it can actually be better. All right, let's try to do this initially. All right, nice, we got our lurk off. Man, it's a 10-9. All right, we have our 3 copies of Annie.
It's Kythera, Annie.
Stun's not really needed, but...
I want to play. This way.
Oh, fantastic. It's so much damage. Always get these lucky runs when you're kind of clearing something you don't need the extra power for. Also, we should actually go and look at... We should look at Pyke's starting deck after we finish this, because
You like that, Tibbers? Wasn't it fun?
they said they're changing a card in Pyke's deck. Like they said, for the most part, it's going to be the same, but one of the cards will change. More copies of Annie, that's fine. Item chest. We'll go here. The quick attack is nice, but we're normally ending without playing that card. Let's cut the monster harpoon and Kaisa. Like the monster harpoon is potentially what they're gonna cut. Alright. We know we're gonna draw Annie, so we can get rid of that. And these are both fantastic. What do you think of Shock Luden Crown Guard on Annie? I don't think I've really used Crown Guard on Annie. So in that regards, I'm not sure. The epic powers are definitely helping a lot, yes. I mean, Pyke still dominates without them, but they're definitely helping us end round one consistently.
Let's go make some friends, Tibbers.
Without the epic powers, it would normally take like 2 to 3 rounds. But because of all the extra power, and they're all just working out so well, and the fact that we're getting more stats, we're getting Challenger, and we're getting a random keyword. And because of those 2 extra keywords and our Evolve, they're getting additional 1/1, well, 2/2, plus also the Beast Within. There's a lot working together right now, and it's fantastic. The information is now on Twitter. All right, I was refreshing. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll pull that up right after this. Although I suppose they're not giving us the full constellation. Like, they're giving us the new star powers, but they're not giving us all the bonus nodes, and those change a lot. All right, so here we have Pyke, and then we have the new star powers, which I guess I can put this there. Fantastic. And let's actually... There we go. Okay. Still having to adjust things after everything kind of went crazy. Anyway, so Lurks grant an extra 0 or 1 health. So this is what you thought the 6-star was going to be, but this is actually looks like your first star power. Interesting. The Phantom Hall, the new 2-star, round start. If you have the attack token, summon a ephemeral Sharkling right. I think we saw this earlier. The Sharkling is your 1/1. So this way, when you have the attack token, you can always freely attack. You don't have to worry about taking a bad trade because that doesn't really matter. It's fine. Your new 3-star, Lurkin grants an extra 1/1, which means since it's extra, you now should be getting 2/1 when you lurk. So it's a further way to scale up all of your units. So that is really nice. For your 4-star, allies everywhere that cost 3 or less are lurkers and have lurk, which we saw earlier. But again, really nice just having that consistency. Mana flow, get an extra mana gem. And then the 6-star. Your spells everywhere have lurk. When a card lurks, if it's a follower, summon it attacking. Otherwise, draw it. Okay, so this is pretty much... This is the Darius power. This is the power we wanted to have with Darius, but they gave it to Pyke instead. So that is fun. The one bad thing is this is if it's a follower, not if it's like a unit, because you can't like bring out a champion then. But drawing another unit attacking, that is going to be very nice. Also, this is just giving you some extra draw, which you kind of already had in your normal star powers. So trying to bring that forward is very nice. Yeah, this will be good. And with this, and also they've kind of said that in your other different nodes, pretty much everything you're going to do is going to lurk. The odds of you not lurking with Pyke when you have it all maxed out is going to be close to 0. So round start, if you have the attack token, you get to attack with a Sharkling. So you get to summon a ephemeral unit that you can attack with. When you attack, when you lurk, you get extra draw. And then if you're drawing a unit, you then also get it attacking. This is fun, and it's better than your like recycling effect. So right now with your star powers, when a unit dies, it gets added back into your deck as a different lurker, which what that does is it fills up your deck with like Rek'Sai cards, which while that's fine, it does kind of ruin your deck thematically and makes you feel more like a lurker deck and less like a Bilgewater lurk deck, if that makes sense. So this is also freeing up some space for them to try to make a Rek'Sai lurk deck and not make it feel necessarily the same as Pyke. Yeah, Mariner's Ruse is now, well, actually, hold on. I think they showed one of the nodes so that like your support champion gets Mariner's Ruse. So while Mariner's Ruse is gone from your star powers, it's still going to be in the kit somewhere, I think. Are we getting Pyke Epic card 2? I don't know what you mean. The spell that puts fish on top of the deck will finally find a use if it's still in the deck. They didn't show anything else here, right? Yeah, so we don't know at the moment what they're doing for their starting deck. Yeah, so they said they were changing up his starting deck. We don't know what they're doing. They said it's mostly the same. So let's go look at Pyke and his kit currently and kind of see how it's changing. Hopefully he's getting an epic relic. Pretty much every champion of the recent patches that's come out has gotten an epic relic. Like last patch, both Yasuo and Swain did. All right, so his starting deck, I think they said they're making it pretty much the same. Potentially, they might get rid of the Under Titan, just because this is obviously a Rek'Sai card. So maybe they'd get rid of this because eventually they're going to need to add Rek'Sai. Because Monster Harpoon and Bone Skewer, spells aren't as bad anymore because spells are going to get lurk. So while from a gameplay perspective, I would think that they would maybe get rid of the Monster Harpoon. Maybe from like a future deck building perspective, they want to get rid of the Under Titan so that it doesn't end up feeling more like Rek'Sai. Yeah, if we look at the star powers right now, so we have game start, grant Mariner's Ruse to 4 random allies, and then when you get the attack token, get 2 more and draw 1. So you still have some draw built in baseline, which is nice, but this is kind of the thing right here. When an ally dies, create a random lurker that costs 1 more in your deck, grant it 1/1. Since this is just a random lurker, this is how you end up getting a lot of the Shurima lurk cards in your deck, which It worked out fine, but it's a little weird that you're going from Bilgewater, all these fish monsters, to like suddenly the desert with all these void monsters as far as your deck throughout the course of the game. So I think these new star powers are very nice. It's giving you more scaling. It gives you more benefit for actually lurking. Again, summoning another unit is really fun. Being able to summon units when you are attacking. Now this says when a card lurks, so this can only happen once per round at maximum. But normally it's going to be pretty much the first time you attack. If you have a follower, summon it attacking if it lurks. So you're still going to want to stay away from spells. So even though this says spells everywhere have lurk, you're still not really going to want spells, because if you have a spell, you're not going to play it when you attack. So you're not punished as hard, but yeah, spells is still not something you want in your deck generally. You still want to be a very unit-focused deck, which I like because so many of the decks we've been getting recently have been pushing you towards spells and away from units. So trying to give you another one that's actually focused on units is really good. Also with the lie in wait, allies everywhere that cost 3 or less are lurkers. You're definitely going to want to pick up units that obviously cost 3 or less. So you're still trying to be very early game, aggressive, rushing down the enemy. But as you're attacking, you're also scaling up your deck. So you're pretty much going to stay aggressive throughout the entire course of the game, and your units are just getting stronger and stronger. Are we getting new constellations today? Well, they're just revealed the new Pyke Constellation. So that is what we are getting today. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty good. I kind of was hoping that Pyke would maybe get one of the special mana flows to get something a little bit more flavorful. Let's actually look at. All right, so your starting deck, your Sharkling. So this is what you're summoning from your second star power of round start. If you have the attack token, you summon one of these. So by default, it does have that Overwhelm. So if you don't run Beast Within, which I think is probably still good to have, you'll have that Overwhelm. This is a pretty good one drop, and this is actually going to keep scaling throughout the course of the game, because since you're getting that lurk effect off, this is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So it is nice that your ephemeral unit is always going to be scaling with you as the game gets longer. I think Pyke is going to have a very interesting build of early aggression, but also good scaling throughout. This patch has Battle Pass 2. No. They said for the Battle Pass it's coming soon, so it's probably coming either this month or not, like, it's coming the next patch, not this one, the one after, or the one following that, most likely. But I don't think it's coming out this patch. Blow Pick Ulo? Thank you for the follow. I'm worried it could be a little harder to hit Lurk without the 6-star. So Pyke is... yeah, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, especially before you get the 4th star. Because, well, for one, we don't know what all the bonus nodes are, but the bonus nodes are generally active after you get your first 3. 3-star Pyke is probably going to have a hard time being consistent with your lurk. Because, like, right now, 3-star Pyke is all about giving your units lurker so that they can consistently trigger lurk every attack. Right now, your 3-star isn't helping you really with your lurking at all. Like, it's buffing up your lurking when it activates, but it's not increasing the chance that it does activate. So 3-star Pyke is actually going to feel much more inconsistent, because now whatever cards you pick up, they're not going to have that lurk effect on them, or they're not going to be able to gain it. But as soon as you get the 4th star, that is going to help out a massive amount. And then I think a lot of the little bonus nodes that you can get in the Constellation for just like the 40 champion fragments, I think most of those are further helping you activate lurk. Like, I think one of them is going to give your support champion the Mariner's Ruse. So I think there's going to be other ways to help you. But yeah, 3-star Pyke is potentially going to struggle a little bit until you upgrade him. I'm worried the 3-star will make it hard to lurk. They force you to 4-star him a bit. Yeah, that is going to be how it feels, which is unfortunate. For Pyke, you're really going to want to get that 4-star if at all possible, because without that, you're going to be much less consistent. Your attacks are going to have way less of a chance to lurk than they do right now. But in the end, Pyke is going to feel amazing. This 6-star will be very fun. I'm very excited to have another deck that is very unit focused, because I feel like we haven't had one of those in a while. Time to never touch him again? I don't know. I think he's going to be quite fun. When a card lurks, if it's a follower or someone attacking, I'm trying to think of, does any of this change how you want to build Pyke? Viego's more unit focused, yes. I was just thinking of like Yasuo, Swain, and some of those others that are more talking about like effects or spells and skills. I think we're getting the Pyke Constellation today, and then we're getting we should be getting the Jace Constellation tomorrow, and then the patch notes also tomorrow. So should be fun. I don't really think from the Constellation, I don't think there's really anything that's going to change how you're wanting to play Pyke. The biggest thing is Pyke is going to go to, or you're going to be able to play him for 3 mana, and if you get him to 5 stars, you then get that 3 mana. So this will potentially be a fun Pyke build to do moving forward. Although, one thing you could maybe do, if you're going into the Swain adventure, you could actually maybe get rid of the Beast Within and go for Wicked Harvest, play deal 3 to all of the units. That way you can play Pyke and he'll immediately be hitting like the 4 units the enemy summons. And that way he's like almost leveled round 1. That could be an interesting build to go with, specifically for the Swain adventure, just because they have so many units right at the start of the game. But Beast Within is so good for your Pyke. Like, Overwhelm and 1/1, you're pretty much getting the Talia powers on all of your units. Man, all this Jace talk, watch it be someone completely unrelated. Honestly, 1, I wouldn't mind if that happened, but then 2, I also wouldn't be that surprised, because I don't really think... I still don't think Swain looked like Swain at all. So if it's someone else, I'd be like, oh, okay. As far as a non-relic build, so you can still swap out like Packed Powder for Scourge's stash. So if you want to get him on the board earlier, you still have ways you can do it through there. Troll King's Crown is still solid because Overwhelm is very good for your Pyke. Stalker's Blade is very fun. One of the best rare relics. So going for Stalker's Blade, multiple potentially, is also really good to try to immediately play Pyke, get some strikes going, contribute to his level up, and then start the board wipe. Also, since Pyke's stats are pretty rough, going for like double Stalker's Blade and like a Warhammer just to increase the damage can also be good. Although that is one thing that your stats are going to be feeling a lot better when you play Pyke because of the extra scaling you're getting from your Abyssal Might. Because Lurking grants an extra 1/1. It already grants 1 power, so it's now giving you 2/1 every time you lurk for like your entire deck, essentially. Because it's going to be working towards getting your entire deck lurk. But yeah, Stalker's Blades are very nice. Wicked Harvest, this one is a little bit of a toss-up. It's great for trying to level your Pyke early, but with Pyke, you actually like your units and you don't want to kill them. So potentially killing your own units with Wicked Harvest is not as fun. Maybe, especially if you're playing Pyke without any cost reduction, by the time you play him, your units will be big enough that this 3 damage won't kill them. So maybe that could be beneficial. Blade Rack could also be good to, again, further support your build, or support your board, that is. Corrupted Star Fragment is fine. In general, though, when I'm playing Pyke with rare relics, I really like Stalker's Blade. Not potentially going with all of them, but I feel like Stalker's Blade is fantastic as far as rare relics. Hello, Spicy. I originally theorized that Constellations would be when you lurk again, but this is even better. Yeah. Now the Ephemeral Sharkling becomes immense. Yeah, it's going to be a 1-drop that ends up being huge. Because, well, your entire deck, I love the fact that you're a scaling deck, but you're not weak early. You're just, as the game goes on, you just get stronger and stronger. I got 2 Stalkers with 1 Echo, such a fun build for me. Yeah, Stalker's Blade on Pyke is very good. It's fun dropping him and having him just completely wipe the board. It's a good time. I do wish that when they revealed these, they gave us more than just the star powers, because there's so much more to Constellations than just the star powers. Like, the bonus nodes you get scattered throughout the constellation, that normally can be what makes or breaks a good constellation. Like, just think about, like, Vex. The Vex constellation is good, but if you didn't have that one node that gave you 4 extra damage on all the spells and skills you acquire, then it doesn't really matter your rest of your constellation. It would be way worse without that one singular node. Yeah, take a look at Swain, the Pyromantic Wake. Without the Pyromantic Wake, you would still have a fine constellation, but that one node completely changes it. It pulls everything together. So just seeing the star powers is not the best. We don't really still know how well this is going to play, because potentially for Pyke, there's going to be just like 1 or 2 upgrades that completely pulls everything together and makes it work so well. So far, it's looking good. It's looking straightforward. Really giving you some great scaling, giving you free units. Being able to summon more units is very, very fun. It is kind of funny, though, that, like, when you just see the first node or the first line here, you're like, oh, they're kind of pushing you a little bit more towards spells, not punishing you as much. But then the second part is just like, no, you don't want spells at all, because you'd rather summon a unit attacking. Like, that's normally going to be the case. You might actually have an issue where your board ends up getting a little bit too full, because you're going to have your Sharkling when you're attacking. Also, though, when you lurk, this means that your little... what is it called? your swarm, it's going to make your swarm absolutely fantastic, because on turns where you don't have the attack token, being able to play this with a free attack, so you attack, you lurk, and then you summon another unit attacking as well, that's going to be really good. Also, this is going to be able to cheat out units. So when a card lurks, if it's a follower, summon it attacking. You could have like a 9 or 10 cost follower, it lurk, and then it attacks with you. Now, the lion weight does make it so that it's going to be a little bit less likely. But if in the shop you can see like some big strong unit that has Mariner's Ruse on it, if you get lucky, you can just summon that like round 1 and just absolutely annihilate the enemy. This is going to give you some insane ways to cheat out units. Again, not going to happen that often because it has to lurk, and the only way that we see here of giving other cards lurk other than spells is lion weight, which is 3 or less. But yeah, this potentially can be massive. Like for the Darius power, it's directly tied to your mana of what you're able to generate, but this is just if it's a follower that lurks in your deck. So this could be very interesting. I'd assume they're going to give lurk item to specific units, maybe Bilgewater units. Potentially, yeah. Now we can even open attack with the Sharkling. Yeah, if you want to. I mean, turn 1, yeah. If you don't want to build out your board, you don't want to wait for them to have blockers. Like, ephemeral units are always great to have, and this is going to be an ephemeral unit that is scaling with you throughout the game, so it just gets better and better. Should be pretty good. Can't wait to see funny build that cheats out Otacon. Yeah. The Pyke 6-star does seem to be very fun. It's pretty much what we wanted the Darius one to be, that we were hoping the Darius one would be. The fact that it's, yeah, going to be summoned attacking is going to be great. And then even if you don't summon a unit, you're still drawing a card. Although it's when a card lurks, if it's a follower, summon attacking, otherwise draw it. So if your unit is a follower that doesn't have lurk, then you're not going to have that extra draw. That draw only seems to kick in when your card lurks, which now your spells can lurk. So it's going to be a little bit less consistent, but as long as you can consistently do your lurk, which should be very likely, you're really just going to have to hold off on not picking up any cards that don't have lurk on them, which is normally going to be cards that are just more expensive. For Pyke, though, they have it so when you're looking in shops and stuff, Mariner's Ruse is a very likely option to get thrown on cards. Titanic Wake Pyke will be insane. Yes. Definitely going to need 4 stars ASAP. Yes, you will, because they're taking out any ways to generate lurk right here. So upgrading Pyke to 4 stars is really going to be needed. The good thing is Pyke's been out for a while. Most people probably already have him somewhat upgraded. So it's not like you're going to, for most people, have to go from nothing to 4 stars. It's normally just, okay, we have to upgrade him from 3 stars to 4 stars in order to get that extra lurk effect. But yeah, I think Pyke is going to be pretty fun. Again, a lot is going to change when we actually see the entire constellation, because yeah, we're not seeing very much right now. That's what I'm going to have to do, nothing to 4 stars. That'll be a little rough. So yeah, so far, Pyke is looking good. Still not really seeing anything at the moment that's probably going to want to change around our build. Any speculation on who the new Path of Champion, on who is the new Path of Champion? Yes, it looks like Jace. Jace looks like it's going to be the new champion coming alongside. Based on the constellation, the Jace splash art matches up the best. So, kind of seems like what we're going to get. Yeah, I'm trying to think through the epic relics. Like, I feel like Death's Foil really isn't that needed. Because, like, you already have Quick Attack. Yeah, it's Nico or Fiddlesticks. Disciple of Shadows, I feel like you don't want to kill your own board, even though this would help your level up. Echoing Spirit would be interesting, more likely get your Pyke Lurk off. Draw the highest cost card that costs less than my base cost. Right now, that is the Under Titan. Just trying to think if there's anything we've overlooked before that's just gonna kind of give us a new awesome Pyke build. So far, not really seeing it. Let's actually look at the 2-cost spells from Bilgewater. I don't think we're gonna want to go for a Symphony, but always good to check these things. I think Bilgewater is kind of just whatever. Like, it's fine. Alright, Answered Prayer, Bone Skewer Ebb. Yeah, there's some things that are fine here, but nothing that's really going to be great for Lurk. Yeah, nothing too great, really. Little sad, but honestly not surprising. You'll just have to wait to see his own relic. Yeah, that will probably change things, yeah. If they do a new epic relic for Pyke, which is hopefully what's going to happen, that will probably change around what we're able to see. Normally, when the patch notes come out, the game also gets updated, and then people are able to data mine the relics. So potentially tomorrow, we're going to get the Jace Constellation, if it's Jace, probably is. We're also going to get the patch notes, and then we should likely be able to see any new epic relics that are getting added to the game. Maybe Lurks have X keyword or put me on top of the deck at the end of the round. Yeah, they might just go for something. I could see them going for something simple of just +1 starting mana, which I guess wouldn't be the worst thing for Pyke. I mean, maybe they would go for something crazy like you can Lurk one more time every round. Yeah, we'll have to see. Kind of who knows at this point, sadly. I've tried Echoing Spirit. It makes Lurk a lot more consistent. Yeah, I feel like Echoing Spirit has potential because getting more Pykes, like having Pyke Lurk, is very good because when he lurks, you then get that Death from Below, which is a very fun spell. If you really like the Death from Below playstyle, you can potentially go for Echoing Spirit and maybe even Echoing Spirit and double Stalker's Blade so that he just like pops up and just really nukes the enemy board. Could be fun, but yeah, I'll have to see. All right, I think that's where we will call it for today. Still working on that big relic video, and it's taking a long time to finish editing. But thank you for hanging out. Tomorrow is going to be a very big day. A lot of news to go over with new constellation, new patch notes, and potentially new relics to talk about. And then Wednesday is going to be the patch, and we'll just be streaming all the new stuff. But thank you all for hanging out, and hopefully see you all tomorrow. See ya.